This is Sparta! The Spartans put up a great battle against the JAMBOS, but in the end, hearts were broken thanks to Frankie Kent's header, and it was the Spartans that tasted defeat in the 4th round of the Scottish Cup. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, and we welcome Craig Gordon back into the Hearts setup and back into competitive football, where he wanted to keep a clean sheet today as Hearts hopefully pummeled Spartans and strolled in to the 5th round, but it didn't go down that way. Spartans with an absolute wonder goal, and in the end, they just lost out thanks to a Frankie Kent header in the 91st minute. But who knows, on another day, things could have played out differently. Maybe Spartans could have got a corner in injury time. Maybe Spartans could have headed it home. And maybe Spartans could have won this game by 2-1. But it wasn't to be. The JAMBOS are victorious and they booked their spot in the next round. But like I said, it wasn't easy. Spartans, League 2 side, put up a good fight. And it just goes to show you, this is why everyone loves the Scottish Cup. Because despite having 4 leagues between Hearts and the Spartans, despite being about, what, maybe 30 odd places, 35 places between these two teams in the pyramid system, Spartans could have easily got to extra time today and possibly even eliminated the 3rd best team in Scotland. We love the Scottish Cup. It's all about the upsets. It didn't happen today, but it could have.
It could have happened, and I had the slippers on like Craig Gordon. I was prepared for extra time. And then Frankie Kent ruined it with a weekend at Frankie's special. I say ruined it. You know what? Spartans goalie, easily man of the match for me, which is probably to be expected.
What's he doing in the summer?
I don't know what he's doing, but you know what?
It looks like he's fucking eating hot dogs and burgers by the size of him.
True. Remember that guy played for Sutton against Arsenal and they had a bet on him to eat a pie during the game and he ate one? That was great, but here, he couldn't do anything about both headers. It's kind of just his team's fault. Great performance.
Yeah, 2 goals. I mean, it was headers for close distance. You can't really blame him for that. I mean, 2 goals that Spartans, if they look back at, will probably think we should have defended that better. Those 2 goals were probably avoidable. But the Hearts goal that they conceded definitely wasn't avoidable. Great strike, great volley, first time, almost in off the underside of the crossbar. You don't save them. Craig Gordon didn't even get a chance to move. Root it to the spot. Didn't he see it coming?
One of the best goals of the season.
Just like a double leg break over a year ago. Didn't he see it coming?
No. Obviously the assist was debatable offside and it's a mishit, but it just looks good. The fact it's supposed to go in the box
and swerves and curls it to the guy. I mean, couldn't they try that fucking pass if he did it a million times?
No.
I mean, maybe if it was left Pirlo's boot or something, you would have almost given the benefit of the doubt, but you just know a Spartans player's not pulled this off.
I like to give my Spartans the benefit of the doubt, Clay. But anyway, great goal. It went 1-1. I mean, Craig Gordon, he had a few wee things to do, but realistically, no goal in the world saving this, unless you're standing in that position already, which you're just not going to be doing.
Well, there's debates over who should be going to the Euros. Should it be Gunn? Should it be Clark? Should it be Gordon? Should it be Kelly? I mean, you stick all 4 of them in the nets here at the same time, and I'm still not sure this ball gets saved.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't exactly in the corner, but it's just the pace it. It's absolutely whipped in.
Nobody thought this Spartans League 2 players whacking this first time on the volley and sticking it in.
I thought there was more chance of hitting somebody. It was on top of their fan watching the match here, rather than hitting Craig Gordon's net. But
or someone was getting a ball through the windscreen of the car in the car park.
Have we got to bear in mind, though, that Naismith has never actually started Craig Gordon before. Of course, Naismith came in. Will that have an effect on Craig Gordon getting into that number 1 spot, or do you think Big Stevie Naismith will know what's right and know what's wrong? Or has he got loyalty to Sander Clark?
What, like Stevie Clark has loyalty to Craig Gordon?
Aye, like non-existent loyalty. But yeah, the jury's out for Naismith in your eyes. If he puts Craig Gordon straight back into the fold, i.e. starting position,
well, look,
will he win you over?
People are saying you can't do that. People are saying that Sander Clark has performed well in Craig Gordon's absence, right? And I would say he's done a decent job. I'm not denying that. But if you're the number 1 goalkeeper and you get taken out by injury, is it fair that you lose your spot? Unless the goalkeeper that comes in does like an amazing job, and I don't think Sander Clark has done an amazing job. I think he's done an okay job, a decent job, a good job, but I don't think he's been amazing. So therefore, I think it's unfair for Craig Gordon to be sitting on the bench when he, in my eyes, and I would have to imagine most people's eyes, they believe he's the best goalkeeper at the club. I've seen people say that Gordon is better than Clark, but it's not fair to drop Clark. Gordon's going to have to earn his way back in. It's pretty difficult. See, when you're a goalkeeper, there's only one spot for grabs. It's difficult to earn your way back in if you're not getting opportunities to play.
Yeah,
goalkeepers don't get subbed in games, alright? It's not like you're the second choice striker or the third choice striker or like a second choice left back or fourth choice midfielder, and you can get brought on, or the squad can be rotated, or you're getting like 20 minutes at the end of games to come on. And goalkeepers, that very rarely happens. Goalkeepers don't get substituted during a game unless there's an injury, and the goalkeepers don't really get rotated either. The only time they get rotated tends to be cups. Sometimes they'll have the second goalkeeper playing the cups. So I don't quite know how Craig Gordon is supposed to get enough time, enough game time to earn his way back in. Obviously, maybe he's going to be the cup goalkeeper going forward. Maybe that is what Stephen Naismith was thinking by putting him in today. Maybe whoever Hearts get in the 5th round, Craig Gordon might be starting in that one too. But again, it's cup football. Even if Hearts got to the final and won it, I think that's only, 5 games he's going to have? 4 games. Let's say Hearts go to the next round. Where's Craig Gordon's chances of getting his spot back? So for me, I think Craig Gordon should be the number one. And I know it's a little bit harsh on Sander Clark, but Craig Gordon was the number one before the injury. I mean, no one was doubting Craig Gordon. Everyone was talking about how good he is. He just won the Scottish, Players Footballer of the Year?
Aye.
Or Writers Football of the Year, the year before that. So I don't know how we can punish this guy by taking him out because he got his legs broken.
We'll put it this way, right? It's not like Sander Clark's come in and he's been like Jack Butland, for example, where he's been easily the best goalkeeper in the league by a distance. The reality is, Craig Gordon's better than Sander Clark, and I think Craig Gordon should get given that jersey back, number uno. And if you know what, see if he's great, he stays in. See if he's underperforming and you think, oh, Sander Clark's better than Gordon, Gordon's age is catching up to him, just pull him out the team.
So you basically just summed up what I said in like 20 seconds?
Aye.
Right, okay.
I see no harm in putting Craig Gordon back in. Yes, Sander Clark has come in and did a job, but the fact is, he was signed as a number 2. He was signed as backup. And I don't think Sander Clark's going to feel hard done by. Not going to say he's openly going to admit that Craig Gordon's a better goalie than him, but at the end of the day, if Hearts put Craig Gordon back in, are they bad?
I think Craig Gordon can go to the Euros by being the number 2 at Hearts. I don't think Sander Clark goes to the Euro by being the number 2 at Hearts, so therefore, that's probably a discussion that needs to be had, and it needs to happen soon, because
Craig Gordon can go to the Euros being a number 2, but will he play at the Euros being a number 2? He's not going to go and play if he's a number 2 at Hearts. I'm sorry. The only way Craig Gordon starts over Angus Gunn at the Euros is if he pretty much plays every game for Hearts till the end of the season. Obviously, yeah, first game back, I'm not going to say he needs to play the next couple, but after he gets up to speed a wee bit more, he's going to absolutely have to play every game for Hearts for Steve Clark to put him in. No, I think so.
Well, who says he's not back as number 1? This could be him back in.
I'm not saying shit. Here, it's one match. Here, Shankland didn't play today, which we didn't even talk about, by the way. Does that automatically mean he's pish? No, it means he's faking a wee illness. Oh, I'm no well, I need a wee hot water bottle. Like Victor, is Shankland's dad going to come up and butcher him for faking a wee illness? Who knows? But thoughts on Lawrence Shankland? Is it shite bag tactics for him, or do you think it's genuine? As he came down with the flu?
Maybe he legitimately has an illness and they think we don't need to risk this guy against the Spartans. Could it be that simple?
Could be, but I tell you what, until Frankie Kent scored, they were missing Shankland today. They were missing that aerial presence, because they had a lot of corners, Hearts, a lot of balls into the box, weren't really doing much with them until the actual 2 they scored. So you could say Hearts were clinical because they actually scored 2, but here, Hearts advanced to the next round. No big shocks in the Scottish Cup. Will that change though in approximately 2 hours? What do you think?
Hopefully we get some big. I think we could. Livingston, I think, are looking vulnerable. Same for Ross County. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple of Premiership teams fall today.
Livy are looking very vulnerable, but they signed, what do you call that guy who used to play for Hearts, the Northern Irish guy, international goalkeeper?
Michael McGovern?
They signed him earlier. So, is that a good signing for Livingston? It's alright.
The guy's played about one game in the last 3 years.
It was Pre-Mark Athletic.
The guy's done.
Martindale, man, I think he's literally doing his best to get sacked from a job that he's the one that has to sign off and I'm getting sacked. The Raith Rovers are a bigger club than Livy. I love Davy Martindale. What a man. What a man. Anyway, guys, Hearts win 2-1. They advance to the 5th round. We'll be there to cover it all come 3 o'clock.